Hi everyone, welcome to week 7, last week of your very first course. So here we go. This is all about your presentations this week and ending your group. So you do want to pay attention to termination when you're in a group, and often termination begins actually with the very first session of that group so that people are thinking about what's coming. We do the same thing when we're working with people in therapy. So let's look at what's going on here. This is my video for you. Introduction. We don't need to look at that. Okay, so you have Hohmann to read a chapter and another chapter in Murphy and Dillon. And the Murphy and Dillon book, in case I didn't mention this already, is actually a really good investment. So you might just decide to buy it instead of just hanging on to these chapters. So this is all about endings and transitions. Your small group, one person from your small group is going to come here and post your presentation. Okay? And this counts as the initial post. Then each student will review all of the presentations. In this course, there are 3 groups, so you'll watch 2 other presentations. And you're going to respond to each group and say, what were your observations about how the group worked together? What was their teamwork about? What was their written communication about? Their oral presentation? And their knowledge of the techniques that they presented. You want to discuss strengths as well as any kind of respectful suggestions you might use. Now, why do we add in respectful suggestions? Well, 1, it gives you a chance to use nonviolent communication. 2, as social workers, you are going to have, if you haven't already, have some difficult conversations with people sometimes, and being able to talk to them openly and honestly, but not necessarily bluntly and callously. We want to be kind and caring, but we want people to get the message. So this is one way to practice that, okay? You want to talk about maybe what you learned from your peers through their presentations regarding the conflict that they presented, and then give specific examples. Like in the presentation, when you did this, I learned that. Okay? So your responses are due between Friday and Sunday, or Thursday and Sunday. And actually, in this particular situation, let's say a group uploads their presentation on Monday. Well, you can go and watch their presentation on Monday and post to them on Monday. If everybody does it on Monday, then you're done with that. Okay? Okay. So this is the assignment area. This is where I grade it. So one person is going to submit your small group presentation on conflict resolution here. So you're going to submit the PowerPoint presentation that has the YouTube link on it. Here, just one person needs to do it. One person will do it. Everybody else, the PowerPoint will appear for everybody else when you do that. Okay? And that's the one that I grade. And then your very last assignment is your very last process note. And this is all about your group. So, name the stage that your group ended up in. And how do you know? If you're saying, oh, we ended up in community, how do you know? Well, we made it through chaos. We talked about our chaos. We explained to each other when we were in chaos and how we felt. And then, look what our group did about it, okay? Your role and over again, for some of you, maybe you didn't watch the video about roles, but what was your role in the group? Was it your choice, or did you feel locked into the role? Same question about group effects and your response, differences and similarities, and then your learning. So reflecting on your contributions to the group process. What have you learned about yourself and the way that you interact in groups as both a group leader and a group member? So you're not now reflecting on anybody but you, okay? And that is the end of that. So let me just tell you about how the course ends. I stay in the course until after I'm finished grading. The course is done Sunday night. I start grading on Monday, and hopefully I'm done by Tuesday, because I have to put grades in by Wednesday. I will try to get grading done as soon as I can. And then I try to leave a little bit of space between that and when I put up final grades. Sometime toward the end of week 7, I will look at assignments. If you applied for a bonus point, I will be adding your bonus point to an assignment. Okay, I'll just automatically do that, and then I'll leave you a little note, bonus point added here. Okay, so I am in the course until after the course is over, just so that you know. I want to thank you. I always feel excited to be a part of your very first course in the program, and maybe I'll get to see you in the trauma course, which is almost toward the end of your time. And all of the things that you've worried about from the very beginning, can I do it? Will I learn it? What do I do about all this online stuff? You know, all those things. You will be over that by the time that you get to your second course. Maybe a couple people will still be struggling a little bit till they get into their third course, but literally every course is set up the same way. Okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate sharing this very first experience with you, and I will see you in the course. All right? Thank you. Bye. Not bye, because I'm still in the course.